If you've made it here, I want to say thank you. I don't even know where to begin. I have written some notes because I feel like if I don't talk off of some notes, I'm probably gonna have just, I don't know, a mental breakdown and start crying and start having panic attacks, and this is very hard to talk about. But I've always told myself that I'm a very, very strong person for having overcome what I've overcome. I was 17 when my boyfriend at the time hurt me in a way that I do not wish upon my worst enemy. And I thought I came out of that stronger. But the situations that have been inundating the internet in the past few days have been proving to me that I am not fully over what happened to me. Internet drama is being made out of real life people's traumas. You are sensationalizing people's pain. I don't know how to begin this. I do understand that the people in the title are not gonna watch this video, but I do hope that I can at least get some average people like myself to watch this and maybe understand what the problem is with these people. And if I can get one person to stop supporting any of these three people, then my job here is done. I am not doing this for any kind of clout or just anything, because if I wanted clout, I would share my YouTube channel on my Instagram, because I have a lot more followers there than I have subscribers here, and I have never shared it because that is not what I'm about. I'm about trying to build connections with new people. I have never told my own story from start to finish, but I do wanna kind of emphasize why it is wrong for three men to try to discuss a subject like this and turn it into drama. Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and Sanders Kennedy, you have inserted yourselves into a story that is not yours to tell. You, Jeffree Star, have turned the Davi Vanity situation into a joke, into a video for drama or tea. You have turned this into a charade. And it is wrong for three men to do this because the statistics do not lie. The majority perpetrators for this kind of criminal activity, for sexual assault or anything of the sort, the majority are men. And the majority victims are women. Although I'm not denying the existence of male victims at all. I'm not. But you have to understand that most of these crimes are committed against people like me by people like them three. So this is why this is important to talk about. I'm gonna read you what I wrote because I feel like that will speak for itself. I watched Revzilla's video the other day in regards to the whole situation, and I left a comment on that one which sums up how I'm feeling about this. And after that I couldn't sleep because my whole body was shaking. I was feeling horrible. I didn't have the energy to brush my hair or put makeup on today. I have been posting videos because I've tried to distract myself and get myself, I don't know, keep myself busy somehow with something else. So if you see the videos, that's not from today. So please don't try to make it out like I'm lying, like I'm bullshitting, like whatever. Don't, because I don't have time and energy to deal with this right now. So the message I wrote on Revzilla's video is: you are a survivor and you wake up and see some dude trying to get clout by weaponizing your pain just because he personally does not like Shane Dawson. Time to switch off YouTube, I guess. I also don't like Shane, and my story has absolutely nothing to do with Shane. As I said, it's my ex-boyfriend. I'm not trying to say that I'm involved in this in any way, shape or form, but it is still triggering. But at this point, everyone is trying to weaponize our trauma. Look at Jeffree and this alleged recording. Who did he choose to show it to? Blaire White and Tati Westbrook, who both said they are survivors. I've talked about this in my other video. I've been making angry rants at the whole situation, but I never actually stopped and thought, why does this bother me so much? It bothers me because I would have done probably something, not the same as Tati, I'm not saying that, but I would have probably done something. Because if someone came to me with a recording of someone who's been through what I've been through, I would try to fight for them. I would try to do something. I don't know if I would take it as far as Tati did to make it all public, but I would definitely confront James in that situation because I would be triggered. And JEFFREE STAR, he knew what he was doing, and Shane was hand in hand with Jeffree, so they both knew that by weaponizing these people who have PTSD probably, I don't want to diagnose them, but that is what happens when you're sexually assaulted, so why would you do that? So I wrote something for these people. Here are my thoughts on this free men playing God with our pain. I'm not monetized, so I have no ulterior motive in doing this. As I said, I don't care about relevancy. I don't need likes, comments on this video. I don't care. I just want you to listen. I couldn't sleep because of everything going on. I didn't have the energy to put on makeup or even brush my hair today. As you can see, I barely had energy to brush my teeth and change my clothes. And I thought I'm gonna wear something for human rights because this is a BLM t-shirt. I want to talk about BLM in a future video, but I just thought maybe for me activism is my armor to get through what I'm going through, so I thought this is gonna make me feel stronger. I don't think it does right now, but it's fine. We carry on. This is a raw testimony of how a survivor feels about your actions. You have chosen to create false narratives around rape to provoke an emotional response from your audience. This has to stop. Jeffree and Shane, you have intentionally targeted survivors Blaire White and Tati Westbrook because they would be easier to manipulate in a triggering for them situation. Shane, you claim you were molested, yet you call Tati a liar for telling her story. As a fellow survivor, if you truly are one, how dare you? How dare you tell her story is not true? How dare you invalidate her feelings when you have written in your book that you are not molested? How dare you contradict yourself in such a manner? Do not address it, do not explain it, and then expect us to just believe it when you are discrediting other survivors left and right. Same with Jeffree Star, discrediting that vanity. His survivors like Damien and obviously the others as well, but Damien is the one that has been brought up by naming the whole situation. You are discrediting their story because you know that Davi Vanity probably has something on you, or I don't know how the deal works in your fucking industry, but I know you know something, okay? That's all. Sanders Kennedy, your unfounded claims of rape that you suddenly made up won't give you relevancy, and they only serve as proof of how heartless you are. Our trauma and pain is not a toy made for you to play with for clout, monetary gain, or petty vendettas. It's something me and many others have to carry with us forever. I have to live with this for the rest of my life, only for you to go to the police station over some stupid jokes that Shane made, when there are real people like me who have never got justice for what happened to them. How dare you do that? I have said time and time again that this is not something to be joked with. I've said Shane Dawson's jokes crossed the line. The children one for me, they did cause a visceral reaction out of me. My body was shaking. I was disgusted. I felt like I'm gonna throw up when I heard that for the first time. That does not make it okay to report it to the police. That does not make it okay to say, we urge victims to come forward. Where are these victims? And by the way, if you don't want to use the word victims, don't fucking do it. Don't say victims. I don't like to call them that, so I'm gonna call them survivors. Do not use that word if you don't like it. Onto a little parenthesis on the whole topic of victims and survivors. I have found this. The word victim gives a connotation of helplessness and misfortune. In contrast, the word survivor implies someone who is an overcomer, beat the odds, and overcame obstacles. So please use survivor from now on. Thanks. And lastly, Revzela, thank you for fostering a community where people feel comfortable sharing their stories and mutual growing pains. I call them growing pains because I know we can make something good out of this. Not for the sake of our abusers, but for ourselves. It is the worst that can happen to a human being, and we've overcome the worst. So that means we are pretty damn strong, I think. Not because of them or thanks to them, in spite of them. Thank you for dedicating time to tell survivor stories. I know my voice is nothing compared to yours in size and reach, but I hope this reaches you. Thank you. To the other people mentioned in this note, do better. Make amends to the survivors you've hurt with your games. Leaving the comment that I left on Revzila's video, I think I've got 3 or 4 other comments from fellow survivors, and it breaks my heart every time I hear another person's story being the same as mine. And trust me, I have found out that friends of mine that I never would have thought had to carry this with them, they are carrying this, and it is a problem in the whole system, and if we don't call these people out who are the biggest of the biggest in the industry, then the system will never change in our favor. If you've got to this part of the video, thank you so much for staying here and listening. There is really nothing else that I can ask. I don't know how to do an outro, so just goodbye, I guess.